Just trying to play within the offense. Like Terrence said, Terrence probably yells at me more than the coaches, telling me to be aggressive and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to be aggressive and make plays for the team and just trying to win games.
You guys held them to no fast break points, which is like very unlike FAU and their offense. Is that kind of like the game plan with the coach telling you to get back on defense? Just how does that happen?
Yeah, that was a big emphasis. He told us they're really athletic, they're fast, and they like to get up and down, and that's how they've been beating teams. And we locked in on that. We keyed in on transition defense, but we practice on that all the time. And I feel like we did a good job executing today, like you said.
Terrence, you shot 13 free throws tonight. Was it a point of emphasis for you to get in the paint and draw fouls like that, or it just happened?
That's just what I do. I feel like nobody can stop me going downhill, and I just showed that today. I kind of got away from that, but just playing within the game, like I said, just reading the defense. I probably took a few deep ones that I shouldn't have, but this was within the game, and things happen. But yeah.
For each of you guys, they've been where you want to go in March. How much can this build your confidence, just your feeling of what this win can mean for you guys?
Yeah, definitely we can build off it. That's a really good team from last year that returned pretty much everybody. So I think this just kind of shows where we're at as a team. But we're a mature team. We got older guys, so we're not satisfied with one win. We got a lot of games we want to win. So I guess this just kind of shows where we can go, but this isn't where we want to be.
Terrence, you're coming off the win on the road against Rutgers and then here against FAU. You're in the midst of a pretty important part of your non-conference schedule. To get both these victories, and I would presume the scouts with both these teams were pretty markedly different. Anything that you've learned about the way that you guys are gelling together and what you're capable of after getting these two kind of wins, knowing that Tennessee's also coming right around the corner?
Yeah, I learned that they were a pretty tough team. Both the Florida Atlantic and the Rutgers, in both games, they both went on runs, and we stayed poised. We calmed the storm, and we got within each other, and we just talked it out, and we got back in the lead, or we came back, or kept the league and held the league, like against Rutgers. But yeah, man, we're a pretty solid team, and we're gonna be really good. But today is just another step forward, and another step into March, on the way to March.
Follow up to that one, first ranked win on the season, and then you have Tennessee in a couple of days. Just how do you take this momentum from this big win in Madison Square Garden and just look forward to that game?
I think we celebrate the rest of the day. We're happy with the win. Obviously, winning's hard, so we want to celebrate wins. So happy flight home. Happy everything. But then once tomorrow starts, we're locked in on the next test. Like I said, like this isn't what we want. We want more. So we're just locked in on the next test.
Terrence, you guys have talked about defense being your calling card, but tonight obviously you scored 98 points. Does that give you some confidence that you can play different styles as well?
Yeah. I mean, our defense leads into offense, and we want to get out in transition a lot by rebounding. And Coach Brad been on us about rebounding and limited team second chance points and getting out in transition. And on the offensive end, we got really good players like Marcus, and we just showed that today. But we can do a lot of different things. But our main focal point is defense, and defense gonna win championships, and that's our priority.
Marcus, you talked Saturday about big games and playing long games. I mean, I don't know, is there something to that for you? I mean, especially trying to jam here, top 25 matchup to have this kind of performance.
I don't know. It's just basketball. I feel like some games you have it, some games you don't. Some games you get more looks, some games you don't. So I think I just try to take advantage of everything I can, and just do whatever I feel like I can do to help our team win the game. So I guess I think it just kind of happens. I don't know.
Marcus, the Valley's a good league, but this is prime spotlight. How do you approach that? Going to a different just environment and obviously a lot more eyeballs on.
Yeah, I think I honestly approach it pretty similar. Just put in the work and the work shows. I've always trusted and believed in that. So no matter where I'm at in my career, I think if you put the work in, you're gonna be successful.
Marcus, 33 points tonight. That's one ahead of your old career high, which was 32 at Southern Illinois. Where do you go from here? What do you look to keep improving in your game?
honestly, I haven't even been shooting the ball too well. So, I'm trying to smoothen out my
Don't worry about
three-point
that.
shot.
They're going to go in.
Yeah, so
don't say that. Ain't gonna go.
I'm gonna just stay in the gym and just get better at everything in my game, really.
All right, let's wrap it up there. Players?
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Coach Underwood up. You need one-on-ones with the players. Just come back to the Illinois locker room after Coach Underwood's done working. You gotta get him Marcus and Massachusetts.
Huh?
Face plant. Well, obviously, those two were pretty special tonight, and heck of a college basketball game. That was terrific. It's not very often that you shoot 63% and feel like you need all of that to win. I said this, Dusty's team is as connected as any team I've seen. I think there is the best passing team in college basketball, the best team I've seen, and which makes what we did tonight even better from my standpoint, because that's a team that's 100-plus practices last year, 40 games, Final Four, an off season, and now this year back together. And that's so rare in today's world. And for our group to fight them, it's one of the reasons I was very excited about this game. Obviously, the cause and Jimmy V is the main reason. But for our basketball team, there was a lot of growth, and every game takes on its own identity. The one we played, Saturday was completely different than this one, and it was nice to be able to adjust and make the adjustments we need. So all in all, nice win, and ecstatic to get on a plane and get ready for Tennessee.
Coach, the second half was a bit of a battle of runs there. Both teams had multiple score possessions before you guys went to put it home. Talk to me about that don't give up mentality and what you may have said to the players there in the second half.
Well, that's our saying, everyday guys, and I put it on the board. I put a quote on the board before every game: know the thrill of an all-out effort. And we want you to be tired after a game. We want you to not leave anything on the court. There were a lot of runs. I think we had a 14-0 run. Kind of separate there. But it's a 40-minute game. It's not anything short of that. You've got to stay in tune with what you do. You've got to make defensive stops. We couldn't. It felt like we kept fouling them and putting them on the line. And that's how they were. That's how they were scoring. But we held up and got a couple stops down the stretch, and that was important.
Coach, so you credit FAU as the best passing team in college basketball, and yet you held them to 0 fast break points, which is just very unlike them. I asked Terrence this: was this kind of the game plan to stop them in transition, and how did you really key in on this?
Yeah, we had a pretty good game. Very similar team in Marquette at home, who plays very fast and is elite in transition, and we had to stop that. This team gets going in transition, making threes, and they can score 100 pretty easy. The game still was a lot of possessions, but I thought making them face us in the half court could take its toll over the course of time, and hopefully we could fatigue them out with our size and our physicality. Brad, Marcus seemed like a guy you hadn't had before, who's first because of you going anywhere else. Tonight, or show what went into that and just what you see from him. Gosh, are you saying I'm smart? Yeah, we knew his versatility, and we knew he's like he just said, he hasn't shot the ball great, and he's a really good shooter, but just a guy who can play multiple positions. I felt really comfortable. I had a player in the past, Thomas Walkup, who I'm not trying to compare those two, but could play power forward or could play point guard. And Marcus's passing is what sold me. And he became the
one of the can't miss guys, and we knew he was capable of this, and what a show tonight.
Coach Black-Golden was +8 while he was on the floor tonight for FAU. What was he able to do to be successful while he was on the court, and then what were you guys able to do to be successful when he wasn't?
Well, Vlad's a really good player. He might be one of the candidates for most improved player in the country. But he can really score. We were actually, a little shocked seeing him shoot jump shots to open the game. But that's okay. But as long as he was shooting, they weren't shooting threes. And so it was okay. And, Coleman does a good job in there. We got a big stop late. He missed one. He missed a couple free throws. But no, he's a really good player. He's an elite rim protector. He's in the top 2% in block shots in the country. So he's a definite enforcer in the paint. All of the above. We've shot a ton here in the last week. We've kind of changed how we've done it. We've done some pretty intense conditioning and done it around that. Again, you get Marcus and Terrence to the line. Coleman's going to make them when the game's on the line. You get those guys to the line, and those are all really good free throw shooters. But I'm just glad we got to the line. Means we're playing aggressive, and this team's a good shooting team, so I don't doubt we'll make them eventually.
Right. Justin Harmon gave you a nice lift offensively off the bench.
Yeah, Justin's been terrific, and he's become very consistent in his practices, and in terms of practicing hard and intense every day, and going up against TJ every day, going up against Marcus every day. And so it's starting to pay off for him. Preparation leads to success, and his preparation is key. We know what he does defensively, but offensively we have a lot of faith in him. He's a very good catch and shoot guy. He's very good going downhill, and he showed that tonight. Yeah, he's a senior. He's been in a lot of these. We were running action to him, with Vlad in, with Marcus, just a little high ball screen, and popped him. And, they don't do much tagging or rotating. They stay out of rotation. And, Coleman steps up and makes a big shot. And, his value shows up more than in his numbers, because we spaced him in the corner all night. That pulls a defender out there. They cross matched. We posted him. He scored. Unfortunately, he was in a little foul trouble, but he was tremendous tonight and did exactly what a senior should do: is hit a big three or a couple, and then make his free throws.
You got to finish. You'll be available to see.
We can do more Coach outside our locker room.
Yep.